Welcome to Odds.com.au's preview of AFL Round 14. My name's Bren O'Brien. Joining me is Matt Hickey to have a look at the best bets of the round. Matt, we're down in Tasmania for your first bet of the day. Hawthorn hosting Gold Coast, and you're pretty keen on the Hawks despite the fact that the Gold Coast have won the last two matches between these two sides.
Yeah, we discussed this one earlier. It's kind of a bit of an interesting one. I think Gold Coast are in absolute all sorts, if I'm being honest. Hawthorn down at Tassie. Very strong side. They played really well last week against Adelaide. I think they'll come out strong there. At the line, I think the line's 50.5 points, about $1.92, and I think the Hawks are going to be able to beat them by more than that, and they look a big, big chance.
Your beloved North Melbourne taking on the Bulldogs on Saturday night at Etihad Stadium. Look, the Doggies have been up and down this year. There's a bit of a question about them. They go in and out of games a bit. North had a bit of a hiccup a couple of weeks ago, but they've had a pretty good season so far, much better than expected.
Yeah, the bye came at the right time for North Melbourne after the loss to your mob at Geelong. It was a very good win from the Cats, but North and Bulldogs always, it's maybe not the most viewed game that goes around on the AFL fixture, but always a close game. The past five have been decided by that 1-39 mark. I think North Melbourne will get the chocolates, but I think it'll be a bit closer than the bookie's suggesting. You can get $2.30 for them to win between 1 and 39 points.
One of the more intriguing matches around is a battle between Port Adelaide and Melbourne, of course. Melbourne looking so good before that Queen's Birthday Day loss, and then we've had Port Adelaide who been good when they're good, not so good on other occasions, but they're travelling all right at the moment. It's a really interesting match, but of course you've chosen the world's most complicated betting strategy in this match in order to get us some value of around $11.50.
Who doesn't love a complicated multi for a bit of value, Bren? And I think this one is a good chance. It's a bit of a bizarre one, but I think it's a good chance. So I'm looking for the game to go under the total points mark, which is 169.5 points. I think that probably will happen in this game. Real contested, hard fought-out game, especially in the middle of the ground with some key matchups going there. I like the look of Clayton Oliver, 30-plus disposals. He was a very good player. Again, contested ball. He's going to get a lot of it. And I'm looking for the third quarter to be the highest scoring quarter. Port Adelaide have a tendency for these quarters to be very high scoring in the third. If you put all of that together, you can get $11.50 in a same-game multi. Bit of serious value. Might take a bit to do it, but I think it's a chance.
It's complicated, but it works. Thanks for joining us on the AFL preview. We'll be back again next week.